let the true and living God be my witness that as long as my lung muscles have the strength to contract so I can draw another breath of air, as long as my heart pumps another drop of blood to course through my veins, I will do everything in every single millimeter, nanometer, whatever metric you want to use in my mind, body, and soul to ensure that the fire inside your mind, body, soul, and spirit never dies. Ride with me. The mere fact of you seeing me speak before you on this video, thank you for watching, is the result of grit, ferocity, innate wit, the grace that the true and living God has given to me to hop over hypodermic needles on sidewalks during the crack wars in Jamaica, Queens, New York City. I have encountered all kinds of change in this lifetime, and by following the words of the true and living God has inspired to all of these authors to document in his Bible, educating myself, ensuring that I prepare myself, having oil in my candle, selling my oil. I have been able to face whatever challenge that this world has brought before me and overcome it, making millions of dollars online and off of it. And my objective, my purpose in this lifetime is to ensure that I relay as much as possible to you, yes, you, my beloved viewers, to ensure that you have the confidence to stand on your own too, so you can hold your own square. So in whatever cipher that you wish to engage, you are able to always come out fruitful, to be able to reproduce whatever resources the true and living God has placed before you, because he gives you everything. Understand, everything that you require to resolve whatever challenge that you encounter day in and day out. You just have to open your eyes. Remember, it is in the words that he used in his document to create the entire planet. And thus, your words shall become flesh. And in the same fashion, if you call yourself the son of God, the daughter of God, the king and queen on this planet over your own domain, then you have to always convince yourself day in and day out. Even if you think you're brainwashing yourself, but you are not. You are simply saying the truth. Sometimes it is tough because you see the problems that you are encountering. You see the limitations that you think you are encountering, when in fact, all you have is opportunity surrounding you. But you sometimes have to educate yourself. We are all in one. The universe, everything. So if there is information that you have to pick up from elsewhere to ensure that you have the power to do what you must do, you know what you must do, then go ahead and do it. Gather whatever resource required to do it. The true and living God has said it, even if you have to go and borrow the vases required for you to fill those vases in with oil and flip them on the outside into a marketplace delivering value, then go ahead and do it with every single bit of strength that you can muster up right here in this physical form. You are able to do it. Do not let any form of label or classification stop you. Oh, because I'm, quote, disabled or whatever. Listen. If you have the ability to hear me now, is because God knows that you are in a position to handle whatever you encounter. And you are able to learn and pick up more information, upgrade the brain to ensure that you do whatever it is required to put everything together. You cannot put together a house without the proper tools, without the proper supplies. You have to go elsewhere to go and find it. You won't find it in your room, potentially. You probably have to hit the Home Depot, suppliers, or wherever. You have to go in order to ensure that you have every resource, every form of utility required to build the house or to build. That's the same thing when building a business. I have advocated building businesses. Not financial advice, of course, just a requirement. Nonetheless, it is the game changer, the equalizer, the way for you to be able to escape the rat, the mole, mice race, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is that keeps you trapped in that infinite hell that you have to, or perceived infinite hell that you have to endure while on this planet, where you are encountering all kinds of situations. Listen, I aim to inspire you. I aim to have you see the light, to have you see, yes, I can do it. No, that, and just seeing everything that is left to accomplish. No, I got to do this, I got to do that. Listen, you have to power yourself every single day. One day you may be pumped, the other day you may be not. It happens to me as well. However, you have to ensure you put it out. It does not have to be perfect. Perfection is the enemy of execution. Use the Steve Jobs business model. When he released the Apple I, it was like a motherboard, a keyboard, and they hooked it up to a TV. The same way that I used to hook up and damage my mother's color televisions when I used to hook up an Atari 2600, 5200, whatever console existed on that time. They used to tell me, don't hook up those consoles because they break the TV, they damage it, they mess with the color. Then I can't watch my soaps, I can't watch my stories. So I did it anyway, nonetheless. He dropped something as simple as putting together a console. Of course, they had a lot of technical ability. However, they had the capacity to build what they can. Build what you can. Put together an information product if required to sell your core product. If you're providing a service, if you are building gaming tables and you want to teach other people to do the same thing because you find peace in building those tables, you get into a type of flow where all of your reward stimulants that your brain produces gives you all kinds of pleasure. Feel free to do that. There is money in everything, even the activities that you think have no money, because if it brings you peace, it allows you to be productive. If it brings you peace, it brings another person peace. We are not alone in this planet with our likes, with our dislikes. You will typically find, listen, this is hot. I like this. I can talk about it. And if you want to learn how to make a living, or even if it's something in the health space, for instance, if it's something that helps you be healthy and distracts you from whatever pain that is stopping you from completing every single task that allows you to produce revenue, that's monetarily right there, because someone who is not doing that activity is obviously losing money doing something that wastes their time, which is more valuable than money. So you have to engage in the types of activities or whatever it is. If you have something that's generating revenue, even better. You can teach people how to 10x whatever the hell they're doing, and you will not have any limits on the amount of money that you can earn. Listen to me. All you have to do is put it together. Go ahead and draft the outline. Right here, the siding on this porch is something similar to an outline where you have 1 bullet, 2 bullet, 3 bullet, 4. 1 gun, 2 gun, 3 gun, 4. Your mind is all about paper. So keep it on it. It's all about your mind, as a matter of fact, because this is probably the most divine creation ever known to man that God gave us as gifts. Remember, he made you in his image. Thus, you are of a majestic stature, unlike any other. Do not let the enemy fool you, because you have all of these evil spirits and all of these evil thoughts that aim to tell you, listen, you're not good enough, you're disabled, you're this, you can't do this, you can't walk, this hurts, that hurts. And with all of the pain that I'm suffering, you saw me, I was in the hospital. They banged up my knees. I'm still on my feet. However, I still feel stiff. I still have to move my legs to go ahead and get out the car when I exit it, because they're still stiff. My back is still stiff. I'm feeling pain on the shoulder just holding this thing up right now. Nonetheless, I'm doing it because this is the purpose that I must fulfill. This is the purpose that I must ensure is brought to life so you can see it. And you can take and harness whatever power that you can take from it and do everything required for you to provide for yourself, for your loved ones. If you ask anyone who's ever been to war, what do they tell you? They'll tell you that they do everything. They perform all these acts of bravery and courage that amazes everybody, that gets dramatized on a silver screen. Global recognition because they wanted to save the person next to them. That's it. And that's what the document reads. Love thy neighbor. Love thy neighbor. And you feel a satisfaction unlike any other. As a matter of fact, it's almost selfish the amount of pleasure that I feel, that anyone feels when you provide for other people. So put yourself in a solid position where you can throw on even your slides if necessary and hold your square before whatever challenge or before anything that aims to stop you. Trample it down and complete the mission that you were born to achieve. Meet the standard that the true and living God, or whatever infinite force in which you believe, has set for you, and fulfill that will.